good morning. I'm Heavy T with Heavy T Cook, and welcome to the channel. So this morning we're doing French toast. We're doing a couple different kinds of French toast. At least I'm going to try here. First things first, I put a new pan, a new bacon grease, a new clean pan on my grease pan catcher. My grease catcher. I put a new pan on my grease catcher so that we can reuse all this bacon grease. Bacon grease is one of those yummy things that every good Southern cuisine cook knows to use. Yeah, you got alternatives, and there's all different kind of oils you can use, but bacon grease is by far the best. So we're going to get all this bacon on here while this griddle's getting hot. I just cut the griddle on before I hit the record button there, so it's still a pretty cool griddle. We're going to do some awesome French toast this morning. I'm planning on doing I got some bananas out here because I want to do some banana stuffed French toast. It's just a little different than traditional French toast. It's you can say it's inspired by a dish down at Disney World. We love Disney World. You can get that dish at Kona Cafe or at Ohana for breakfast. I think Captain Cook sells it too. It's called Tonga toast. And that copycat kind of inspired by, I'm going to try to do it this morning. I've never done it before. Y'all going to be first-hand witnesses of Heavy T doing some experimentation. Alright, that's on. Let's start prepping this. So, we'll talk about the rest of the groceries we got. Of course, we got eggs. We got some bananas here. And we got some I caught on sale at the Walmart, some Italian bread. And another one is sliced Italian. These are sliced a little thinner than I like them, but we're going to work with that. We'll get to those bananas. We got some cinnamon, and of course we got syrup. That's a serving option, and a little bit of unsalted butter. You're definitely going to need the butter. Let me go and get that unwrapped, and then rewrap it. Show you why later. All right. And this morning, we don't have beer for the cook, we got coffee for the cook. I think I'm gonna need more coffee. All right, farm-raised eggs. None of the craziness from the store up in town. We do farm-raised eggs around here. This is, if you notice, this is a flatter pan. This is actually comes from a Pampered Chef 3-piece set. If I can find it on Amazon, I'll link it in the description below. And all we're going to do is crack our eggs and dump them in here. I'm going to use about 5 eggs for this. That may seem like a lot, but it's really not, because you're going to coat these. Get off of there. When I say it's cold this morning, I mean it is cold this morning. So cold my eggs are not cooperating properly. Let's use a 6th egg. We want to cover this whole bottom. We want to get it good and gushy in there. Almost like a bath. All we're going to do, we're not going to add any cream to this. We're not going to add anything different. The only thing we're going to do is shoot a little cinnamon in there. I'm going to pull out our, you can use a whisk, but I like to use just a plain old fork. Nothing fancy about this until it gets presented. We're going to beat this up really good and incorporate those yolks and those whites together. Now, if you're a little health conscious, you can do just plain egg whites. That's fine. It's just going to take you a lot more eggs. You're going to be using about a dozen eggs to do that. You look in here, it's kind of hard to see it on camera there, but I've got all the cinnamon incorporated into this egg beat mixture also. One of these good things about using this type of bread here, this pre-sliced bread, is you ain't got to slice it. No, do I have any room on this? Do I have enough room on this thing to? I can move some of this bacon around, I guess. I move some of this bacon around, make me a little more room as it shrinks up. Man, it is cold. That wind is really cold. I'll get us a little working section over here for us to do this French toast. There we go. The bacon grease will help add the flavor. That's one of the reasons I like cooking bacon on this Blackstone. It's really easy. I got a whole pack of bacon out here. And you see me with that Ziploc bag of bacon. I buy bacon in bulk at Sam's. Yes, I buy bacon in bulk. It's not exactly something you hear people say too often. But I buy bacon in bulk. I buy about 5 to 7 pounds at a time from Sam's. It's all pre-sliced, comes in one big package. I'll pull out my gallon-sized freezer bags. I'll break it up into 1 pound batches. And I will freeze what I don't need immediately. And I'll just thaw it out the day before. Or hot water thaw it, which I don't really like using hot water thaw because it pre-cooks the food that you're thawing. I don't like to do the sous vide thing. So I'm gonna drop this temperature down a little bit on both these eyes. I got a good working surface here. So I got a good base of oil down too from the bacon already. I'm gonna move this over here because we're gonna need that. Baby, can you get me the bread knife? I'm gonna need the bread knife. All right, so with French toast, Ranger, that's the end piece. Here you go, Ranger. Get that. He loves bread. Probably why he's fat, like me. So that's gonna take a couple pieces of this, dump both sides of it. Just lay it out on the griddle. See how the good flatness helps spread that out. And this bread's kind of hard. It was on the get rid of it rack at the Walmart, so we know that it's not exactly new. No. It's also pretty thin, so it's going to cook pretty fast. Just sit it right there on the cutting board. Thank you. And this is just plain French toast. This is just nothing special. Just eggs and cinnamon. I'll cook them 4 pieces there. I'll wipe my hands off, let it cook. Let's see how that is.
Where's your brown sugar?
I don't have brown sugar. I'm not using brown sugar for this. I don't need brown sugar for this. All I need is eggs, bread, cinnamon, a little bit of butter.
Look up the recipe.
I did look up the recipe. Hush, we're rolling on film here. Don't, Now I gotta go listen to audio and cut all that crap out. Alright, so now we're cooking. Jacob, you just film this over here. Zoom into here. One of the ways you're gonna know this is done, it's gonna look like you're cooking scrambled eggs right here on the bottom. And once that starts to get hard, it doesn't really stick to your spatula. It's going to be ready to flip. This one should be ready by now. Yeah, that one's ready. This one's getting there. Should be about now. Yep. Yep. Alright, now comes that butter. Now that's why we have the butter right here. As soon as that gets flipped, take your butter, like this here, just run it on there. That's going to infuse a little bit of butter flavor to it. And that'll help with flavors and how they are. And just take that and put it back there. We love good flavored food. Take a plate here because he's about getting ready. Bacon's ready to flip. I'm going to flip all this bacon. The wind is not helping my situation. For sure. Good crispy bacon. I'm not using a bacon press on my bacon. It's unnecessary. Ooh, that must be a cold spot back there. I think my back corner's got a good cold spot going on. Back there. That's a good cold spot. In fact, some of this bacon's really done. Just need to get a little bit of cooking on the other side and it'll be ready to pull. So I'm gonna move it over to that cold spot while this other catches up to it. That's a good thing about having cold spots and hot spots when you grill. You know where they're at. You know where all those spots are. You can really be able to have everything done at the same time, which is good. Alright, this French toast ought to be ready to pull now. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, look at that beautifulness right there. Yes. Need some more plates. Need another plate. Alright, who wants the first batch of French toast? Alright. Jacob, you can come out from around the camera. I'm gonna throw a little syrup on this right here. This piece right here. It's still hot. I'm gonna try it. Now you do your own. You do you, boo. That's good French toast. Mmm. I ain't gonna say it, but it will make the puppy pull freight from it. Right. So now, we're gonna work on Tonga toast. What is Tonga toast, you may ask? Well, there's a ton of videos that talk about it. A ton of recipes that talk about it. We're gonna do our own version of it. Room up in here. Alright, so let's get this get some bacon off. I'm gonna have a lot more room to work with once I get these things cooperating. You ain't getting none of this now. So I'm gonna take gonna be hot now. I'm gonna cut this all the way down. Take all my bacon grease and run it to the back. It's important to keep your bacon grease. It's real important to keep your bacon grease. Oh, that bacon greasy goodness. I can't really do it with a spatula. I have to grab my scraper. Bench scraper. See description below. Before we do anything else, we're going to get back here. We're going to pull this bacon grease out of this pan. We're going to get us another pan in place. It's going to be a little hot, so you got to be careful. You don't want to burn yourself. Ooh, yeah, this is hot. Ooh, that's hot. That's hot. That's real hot. Ooh, that's hot. But this aluminum cools off pretty quick, so I'm just going to set this over here out of the way. I'm going to get us another one in here. Get us another in here. These pans are pretty inexpensive. Well, this is still hot. Ooh, this is hot. I didn't think this all the way through. It's okay. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Woo! All right, we're back in place. We're ready to cook now. All right, so let's talk about this Tonga toast and what it actually is. I need a regular knife. Where's my regular knife? There's my regular knife. All right, gotta have a good chef's knife for this. Need a good bread knife for this. When we get our bread together and our bread ready, then we're gonna do the bananas. And then we're gonna go to the egg bath. So the let's do that right there for now. So we're just gonna get this end piece off. Don't need the end pieces. I know a lot of people want to. Don't waste the end piece. You know what? You don't waste your end piece. You want the end piece? Fine. You know what? Let's toast the end piece. Let's just toast it. Grab a little bit of butter right here. Just to have toasted bread. Some people just like plain old toast. So we'll just toast it. Nothing special about it. Just toast. Alright, so that's toast. Alright, so we need a piece that we can stuff, because this is going to be like stuffed French toast. We want about an inch, inch and a quarter depth there. So about an inch and a quarter depth. That's about what we need. There we are. Alright, so start this cut with your bread knife. Just start it and then dig it in there. You don't want to go all the way through because we're going to need this to close back up. Alright, we're going to take a banana. I'm going to do all three pieces of this right here. Just like that. That one's split. This one. Splitting that out too. Alright, awesomeness. Awesomeness. So it opens up like that right there, like you'd think. You know, mash it down just a touch right here. Because we're going to need that mashed up out the way. And these bananas are getting a little old. They're getting there. So this is something good to cook with. So we got a little bit of brown on there. That's okay. I'm not going to need that section anyhow. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this about into thirds. About like that there and that there. I got a half a banana will do 3 pieces of toast. And all I'm going to do is just lay this in here as best I can and kind of push it back together. Same thing with this one here. If I can get it all to hold together. I'm just going to push it down in there. Try not to break my bread apart. Sometimes it's better to get smaller pieces of banana like this here. Make sure your cut's deep enough so you can get it in there without busting the bread. I just busted this piece, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work. So what I'm gonna do now is I got this banana stuffed bread. I'm gonna dip it here in the egg mixture. Dip it in the egg mixture. You can go all the way around with it with the egg mixture. It's going to kind of help seal it up. And if you notice, I'm letting my excess drip down towards my hand here, towards this opening that's already cut. Because I want a little bit in there. Just like that right there. So when I put it over here and close it down, it's going to help cook through. And I'm going to do all 3 pieces the same way. Just rolling it around. Getting it all done in there. Alright, here we go. There's still a little bit of oil on there from the... Ooh, this is starting to fall apart pretty bad. Maybe it will save it. Maybe. Maybe we can save this one. Maybe. Yeah, this is falling apart pretty bad. Maybe it'll cook together for us. Maybe. Go ahead and turn that up just a little bit. Anyway, I was saying we have a little bit of residual bacon grease. Even though we cleaned our bacon grease off, we still got a little bit of bacon grease on there. Want to do some more? Let's do some more. Cut that bad out of that one. There you go, Ranger. Yeah, he'll eat banana too. I'll do a couple more pieces of that. Just a couple more pieces. I'll cut these a little bit bigger. About 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches there. I'm going to do the same thing with the split. I'm going to split these open just like that. Run them down in there as deep as we can without going all the way through. About the midway. Do the same thing with this piece here. Whoop, there we go. Run it all the way down in there. Almost to the crust right there. In fact, we're going to feel down and see if we can find the crust. We're going to banana stuff that. And bananas, we'll mash this down a little bit in here. Kind of compact it a little bit so we can fit the banana in there and it'll still close just like that right there. Boop, boop, boop. These probably getting ready to turn. Are these getting ready to turn yet? Yeah, those are ready to turn. I need to add a little bit of oil in here. Which oil we're going to use today? We're going to use plain old vegetable oil today. Just plain vegetable oil. We don't want that heavy peanut oil because that does have its own flavor. And I don't want to use avocado oil because it'll transfer a little bit of flavor. Vegetable oils generally don't transfer flavor. It's a lot like olive oil in that manner because it's going to take on the flavor of whatever is cooking. Plain toast. Brissy, how about giving me some more plates, okay? Alright, so while that's finishing there, I'm going to hit the other edge over here with a little bit more oil. I'm cooking kind of off to the side today. Mix this in a little bit better. There we go. Get it good and saturated. Roll it around there. We'll roll that around too with some tongs. Get the edges. Make sure they get good cooked. Put that right there. Another piece of Tonga toast over here. Roll it, 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 roll it. Yeah, I don't even know the words of that song. Here we go. Nothing on there. Now, if it gets looking a little too light on the cinnamon there, and you don't see that cinnamon on there, it's okay to take this, your ground cinnamon, just get up high with it so that cinnamon disperses when it hits and it's not all clumpy. You might waste a little cinnamon, but it's okay. Ground cinnamon is not that expensive. All right. Butter toast. Your plain butter toast is good. All right. Thank you. I'm gonna flip this again. Break out the tongs. Where my tongs is. Got my tongs here. I'm gonna take this and set it up right. Get over here on a hotter spot, and we're gonna cook it all around the edges. All we gotta do really is just hit it on there and let it cook. Just for a moment or two. Just like this. Just to make sure that egg gets cooked. Because remember, there ain't much egg gonna absorb through the crust of the bread. That's a piece of Tonga toast right there. Maybe it'll cook down. All right, just sit your spatula right there. You got to do some tong work anyway. I think down at Disney World they deep fry this. We ain't deep frying this. You know I like to deep fry too. I'm gonna sit there right there. Let's get over here and try this Tonga toast. It should be cooled off. Somebody done grab my regular toast. Something you can do is dress this with powdered sugar. You can dress it with cinnamon sugar. it's just so much easier just to do with syrup. Syrup is just generally good anyway. You can see I'm not putting a whole lot in there because we still got a lot of sweet in here from the cinnamon and the bread and the that banana. That's good stuff right there. Especially when you get in there that banana. Man, that's righteous. That is righteous. I will make a puff of that freight train. Don't get away from me. That's it. I'm gonna finish this cook up for the rest of the family, feed them. Like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see me cook something different. Everything we've cooked today is good. Try it. It's easy. It's, as you can see, it don't take too long to do. Oh man, and it's easy to drink coffee while doing it. So y'all come back and see me for my next cook. Remember to hit that notification bell so you know when that next cook gets published. This is Heavy Tea cooking. Heavy Tea out.